Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
3rd and long for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Being chased out left. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Wilson drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Barkevious Mingo with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right. They weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stumped the fake, and they take over the ball.
Here's Elliott. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll throw again. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 37 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Now Prescott. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, here's Wilson. Steps away. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Allen's got it complete. 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. But the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. No problem there on the extra point. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass.
There he goes, Amari Cooper, the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Sanders' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Prescott on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Let's just give credit where it belongs. The defensive front has out-leveraged the offensive guys trying to block them. We often say low man wins in tough situations. That's exactly what's happened here. 3 straight runs, and they haven't been able to get into the end zone.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. On second down, Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. There's Wilson to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it. He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like the Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is good for a first down, his second grab in this NFC Championship bout.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
first down. Prescott going for the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, 51 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Past the 20. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there from 8 yards out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Sanders is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, shifty. Whoa. There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for two up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for two late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why? We wanted to win by more. That feels like.
Also result in a melee later, though. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing. Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now we'll get whistles, and they signal. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew will
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at this.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
I'm a K-back, 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the